everyone, Ivy Lee Gaming here, and today we're playing Dragonheir Silent Gods. For today's video, I'm gonna have a little fun as showcasing my Vortex team that I'm working with for this round. We're getting wild, and we are unkillable. And new players can download Dragonheir Silent Gods via Android, iOS, Mac, PC, Steam, and Epic Games. Join the fun. Alright, so this is going to be from my live stream, which this video is sponsored by Dragonheir Silent Gods, my favorite sponsor being a game I already love, as I always say because it's true. I'm having a lot of fun with Vortex this season, experimenting, adjusting builds, trying new comps, especially as each week changes. And while we are on to Season 2, there's a whole other set of affinities to use this season, and well, for this Unkillable, we're only using a 3-part synergy, not even all 5. But hey, it's kind of fun. But yeah, brand new season, brand new game, and I'm enjoying the challenge so far, and I'm enjoying the experimentation so far. Plus, guys, just a quick reminder, we have Elminster from the D&D universe, that Forgotten Realms, coming to the game very soon. Next month here, February, we have a special D&D collab, our second one, that I'm also really excited for. But, alright, on to this video. So, this is going to be a recording of me during my live stream. So, I'm going to start out using my wild team here. As you can see, Miss Flora, with no exclusive, just one copy of Flora, I'm not that fancy, is kind of the star of the show. But we have a little fun experimenting with Erich and Tunnelnon. Those two kind of surprise me, and we play around with who has which's remains. Can we boost the damage dramatically on Tunnelnon after we try the sample of just swapping out the builds pretty evenly? Can we boost the whole team damage by doing that or not? I don't know, but I actually think I'm going to continue this project and maybe test Erich in a different manner at the very end. Maybe in tomorrow's or one of my live streams. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe whenever. I'm not sure. We're going to have to experiment though. But yeah, I'm going to let the footage roll. This is our Vortex Wild Unkillable team done during the period where Vortex has a 30% fire damage bonus. Alright, on to some Temporal Vortex. We're gonna go wild and be unkillable. This was yesterday's damage, a solid 62 mil. Not bad for a mixed affinity team without taking advantage of the 5-man synergy. Currently, we have the boss takes 30% more fire damage. This kind of makes up for me not having some psychic core bonuses, I guess. And then the ally with the highest accuracy in the team grants damage reduction. That doesn't matter for my unkillable comp. So I could be doing a lot more than that with with some unkillable teams, I should say. But I'm not lucky enough. I don't have Flora's exclusive like all the people high up in the rankings do in the same team. So Violink it is for Flora, which is definitely her strongest. I went so much better with damage having her in Inventor instead of the Abyssal whatever that set is called. And yeah, we are popping. Flora's fully skilled. Nice focus on Enlightenment. Over 300. Not insane, but pretty solid. But a crazy amount of attack. She's popping with her attack. I have Erich finally. Oh, missing a glove. Load. I have Erich in the fire little ring here. I felt this really worked well for me. I was debating between the two, and this was the one I'd seen more people using than the Flame Tongue one, or whatever the hell that's called. And I felt like this was just going to be solid because every successful wild check, Erich kind of boosts his own success rate. So it's kind of perfect for him. I do have him in Gambler. I also have Tunnel on in Gambler, and Witch's Remains. And of course, because of that, we do have to have some accuracy on Tunnel on. But it's not too bad. I did 222 because we have the bonus from the Psychic Core, so we're okay. We have Zeffy is in the Pipe Organ. She's boosting everybody with tons of attacks. I have a crap ton of attack on Zeffy as well. They are in mixed gear here, aren't they? Oh yeah, they're in like totally mixed gear, but I could get even more attack if I complete this set, which I probably should do. I didn't even realize I didn't complete a set. Oh god. It's fine. And Ogak is the horn, is the only person who's healing randomly. Oh, I guess Zeffy kind of, but yeah. Ogak has the horn, just for sake of boosting everyone's attack. And then he also has the Surreal set because he's gonna be... I let him land the debuff because someone should be in a Surreal set, and it definitely seemed to help. So yeah, it is in my plans to try Erich and Witches and swap. But, I mean, yeah, the crit damage... I don't need the little horseshoe for crit damage and boost. Kind of got the ring here. Kind of got this exclusive fire wild ring, which swapping their build, maybe just simply swapping their builds and see what happens. I could do that, just literally a straight swap with a slight adjustment based on the crit rate or something. Could be fun to try that. But that's what we got right now. We got the timings here for the Unkillable. Everyone's at a 20-second interval. We have Ogak and Zeffy set where they need to be for the Unkillable comp. And then I have Flora is always going first, so she puts up her Vortex. Then Tanonan goes and puts up the attack buff, of course, on herself. And the defense penalty from Witch's Remains. And then we have Erich going afterward. So the defense penalty is already properly laid out for sure. It takes 5 hits here, so I might miss the first couple hits. So I do delay it a full second, just in case, like, it's one of the last hits, you know, that actually triggers the defense penalty. But yeah, I really do want to try swapping them. It's one of those things I've said I was going to do last season, and I hadn't done it, but I kind of was like, stick to what is known. And eventually I'll try this season. This is probably the time to do it. This is the fire damage bonus. We have 30% increased damage from fire. So this is what we're rolling with. And we do have the attack aura from Flora, of course. But this is pretty solid. But maybe we'll try both. We'll swap them and see what happens. I honestly have always expected that if I swap them, it would be better because Tanonan is just better. But Erich surprises me sometimes. Yeah, I think he has more damage potential than we give him credit for. We got double the stacks to go. It's gonna be a long one. It's doing so good. Alright, we're nearing the end of my battle, guys. Well, 120 stacks, let's go. So you can see my low rotation here. I love it. Zeffy puts up the stuffs. Boom, boom, smack, invincibility pops. Alright, but for real. Oh, there's Ogak's. Smash, smash, can't kill us. And by the time that wears off, Zeffy's gonna compensate. But we had Flora do her thing, then Tanonan does her thing, then Erich does his thing. The damage seems to slow down once it gets going, I swear. Or I guess it's just the stacks ramp up. It feels like, oh, I have double the time left. No, I don't. It's like, I'm gonna hit 80 million. No, I'm not. But we're at 140 for our stacks up there. We go to 150 per the stack count reach. The boss will start ignoring immortality and invincibility. Boom, there we go. There's our wipe. And let's do the Erich Tanonan test too. Why not? I've always wanted to do it. I just started with the same thing again. Even though in my head I agree. Like, a lot like on paper, just thinking about it, I feel like Tunnel Non should be the one that you prioritize damage on over Erich, and Erich to have Witch's Remains. I've always assumed that, but then I never saw that. And then when I tried to be like, should not do that, be like, no, Tunnel Non. But you know what? It's time. It's time to finally do that. Let's do it. Let's do it. So we swapped Tunnel Non and Erich's gear pretty much. Only changed it a tiny bit to give a little bit more crit rate to Erich total. And rolled up a couple new runes, but he's in Witches now. Tunnel Non, she's the one who's gonna be in the fiery ring with this great crit damage. Although I would really like to get Tunnel Non with better crit damage overall. But we'll get there eventually with gear. Maybe I'll get some better inventor to swap around too, but this is a pretty close test, just swapping them fairly equally, honestly. So I think it's a good shout either way, just to try it, even if it's not perfect. And there's obviously lots of time left in the season to get better gear. But, oh shoot, the presets! You're right. Oh my god. Oops, we kind of need to do our presets. Good shout, Bambi. Now, all right, he can be the 12 and you can be the 13. Good enough. All right, we're spacing them out a little bit to make sure people fully land their skills before they go. Bambi with the catch. We need presets to actually make sure our Witches Remain goes before. I had the Witches Remains out of order. That would have been sad. Let's try that again. Flora does not benefit going after defense down. Everything about her Nexus, people need to proc wild after she places her Nexus. That's what drives the whole thing. She's not doing the, she's not doing the damage with her ultimate. It's other people proccing wild after she places her ultimate that's making the damage better. So it's not, yeah, I used to do that. When I first started my very first ever Flora team, I put Flora after the defense penalty as well, because I thought everyone should be after the defense penalty. But I was very wrong. Yeah, everything about Flora is you need to enable Flora. Like, everything you do should be about making her be the best she can be, and everyone else is just a sideshow. And it's all about that ultimate with... She places a vortex, and then every time an ally procs wild, all that derivative damage stacks up. So, like, you're gonna watch Tunnel Non hit an enemy right after Flora, and it's gonna look like Tunnel Non is doing that damage, but you're gonna watch Flora's damage go up. Because it's all her Nexus doing the damage, not really Tunnel Non doing the damage. It's a little bit deceiving. Yeah, Flora is all about enlightenment and attack. The Vile Ink is her best artifact that's not legendary or her exclusive. I don't know if the fan is actually better for her or not. I have to read that again. I know that's what people use in Avelios. But I don't have her exclusive, and she's been awesome. Last season with the Flora team, standard team in season 1, I think I was doing, I was doing in the 40 millions. Not bad for a normal team with just Furboth as the tank. No Unkillable. I think we're under damage. I think it's less. It's less so far. Telling you, Erich, there's something weird about Erich. I don't know. He does more damage than we think he does. It could be about the same because I don't know when I looked at the 60 stacks and we're at 40 million again. I don't think... That's interesting. It's really interesting. No, the lizard is in crit rate gloves. The ideally definitely needs crit damage gloves. But I was trying to keep it a very close test. I didn't want to re-gear them completely. But can I push her to the crit damage gloves? I don't know. I don't think my gear is as good as I hope. It should be able to, but I don't think I can hit 80%. I'll try it again. Yeah, there's definitely room to grow. Because getting Tanonon and Witches and crit damage glove would be the goal. But getting the crit rate is hard. Ah, season 1, you have Tanonon? Yeah, Erich and Tanonon together. Erich you should be getting for free in season 1. Erich, Tanonon, and I would say Foley. If you have Foley, who's an epic. If you don't, there's a lot of really good rares. Thea, Netta are both really good rares to use as well for a wild team. And then it's just about keeping them alive. So then you're going to go Furboth for your tank if you can. If you get lucky and you get an Ogok like I got here, that'll be great. But alright, let's see. Garius is not going to go with them in season 1, no. You wouldn't use Garius in with fire. I mean, in the beginning, yeah, when you're still on your 3 synergy. But once you get to the 5 synergy bonuses, you want to go full 5-man synergy with poison and fire. Garius is a season 2 hero, trust me. You'll be very glad you have him later. Alright, and here we go. 140 stacks. I think this is less damage. But there's definitely potential to try to re-gear Tanonon. It's gonna be really close. But I wanted to test it with all things considered, not dramatically changing the builds, and we did less damage. There's something about Erich or Tanonon and Witches and Erich, letting Erich do more damage. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think Erich just does better damage than we expect him to do. Yeah, I think it's actually... So, like, 15.9 for Erich, 10.8 for Tanonon. 15 point... so, 10 to 16. Oh, that's so weird. So wait, is that just RNG of the whole run then? Was that a Flora RNG fail? No, it's about the same for Flora. Erich before 15.9, Tanonon 16.4. So it kind of did, like, Tanonon did do a little bit more as the more damage dealer, but it really pushed Erich down compared to Tanonon did better as the tertiary damage dealer, that Erich does better as the tertiary. Is that the right word? I know we have potential to make Tanonon better. That's the good part. So this has more potential potentially, if we can get crit damage gloves on Tanonon. Oh god. Let's see, can I? Alright, we changed him again then. Now we're just min-maxing the last team and seeing if we can get this better. Exactly 4,000 attack. 97% crit rate, only 107% crit damage, but now he is the Witch's Remains guy. And now Tanonon, we were able to level this up twice. And now they have 78, not 80, close enough, I hope, percent crit rate, but now 68 more percent crit damage than before. 42, almost 4,300 attack. Solid, solid, solid. This is the fun of the Unkillable, because, like, you don't have to worry about the defense and them dying super early in the battle or having, like, no HP, no defense at all. Like, you don't have to worry about that. That's what makes the Unkillable awesome. All right, one more run for the road, right? One more run. This is better, but this should be the improved. I mean, obviously this is going to be better. But is it dramatically better? Or could it be even better if I did the same thing but to Erich? I think Erich is a bit underrated. Like, people want to be like, oh, Tanonon, but I think Erich is actually better than we want to give him credit for when you're fully booked, at least. Alright, let's roll. Yeah, there's always the rune upgrades. That's my key. I don't have any good crit damage runes with crit rate rolls, you know? So I think I want to go back and find more heretical ruins and try to get some of those specifically. That would change my build potentials a lot. Okay, we're looking all right. 60 million, 130. Oh, 140 already. It's gonna be more, but not dramatically more. I was really hoping for a lot more. 140 stacks. I was really hoping for dramatically more, but I think we underestimate Erich. I really do. I want to rebuild this tomorrow and see if I can make Erich be the best he can possibly be damage-wise, while Tanonans and Witches instead. I think we underestimate Erich. Because it's a million, but, like, it's good. But I don't know, I feel like I was expecting even more, like, dramatically. But maybe, I mean, a million's a million. I can't be mad at that. Flora did less this time. Didn't she? Yeah, that's why. Yeah. If anything, this might make Flora do less damage because Erich has... Oh no, because they're still going to have the consistency. Flora needs to go first because she puts up a nexus that every time an ally does a successful wild proc, it triggers derivative damage. And that's where all of her damage comes from. It's not like Flora doesn't smash with her ultimate to where she would go after a defense penalty. It's all about all those procs that happen from both of them doing 5 hits. Those are 10 hits to Flora's ultimate. Procking a ton of derivative damage, which is why you focus her with Enlightenment and something like the Vile Ink. Alright, we're saving it. We're saving it. That's all for today's experimentation. And if you haven't already, be sure to download Dragonheir Silent Gods now using the link in the description or the pinned comment. It's available on Android, iOS, Mac, PC, Steam, and Epic Games.